When Call of Duty World War II first came out, during the launch window, I would say the first month or two, Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield said that they wanted the game to feel historically accurate and realistic. And so what ended up happening was we had a very fun game in terms of the mechanics, those boots on the ground, but a very bland and boring game. The camos were not that interesting. Even like the items you would get, like the special variants of weapons, like some of them looked really cool, other ones were just kind of blah. And so we ended up getting a game that was just very mediocre in terms of cosmetics, in terms of the way that weapons looked. A lot of people didn't really care about camos, they didn't really care about variants that you could get. So the entire system was kind of broken. Unless you got a new weapon, you really didn't care about a variant of a weapon you got. And it's kind of the same thing with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. You get blueprints, some of them look pretty cool, most of them are just kind of whatever because it's the same weapon with the same attachments, and literally sometimes not even much of a big overhaul in terms of how the cosmetics look. The other thing is that Modern Warfare, much like Call of Duty World War II, is a game that wants to center itself around realism. They want camos to look realistic, they want the game to play out realistic. They got rid of a lot of stuff. Before the game came out, there was like rumors and leaks saying that there was a zombies mode, but it was scrapped because they decided that it wasn't fitting into the realism of the campaign and the multiplayer. And so I am kind of scared because I feel like Modern Warfare is down that path. Call of Duty World War II, it wasn't until the studio heads Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield ended up leaving the studio that the game had huge overhauls, huge changes, a change in direction and philosophy at the studio, and the game actually became a ton of fun. Once they left, they started implementing huge overhauls to divisions. They ended up changing the way that camos worked. I think we got even some really cool, kind of decent looking animated ones at that point. But you know, it wasn't the same bland game. It wasn't like tied down and bogged down by these things. And it feels like Call of Duty Modern Warfare is kind of at that point. The other day I saw some people commenting, and you know, I've had this for the last few days because I have made videos complaining about Modern Warfare, people saying that I'm always just complaining about the game, but I never complained this much about Black Ops 4, despite its shortcomings and things that I hated, like when they added weapons to reserves, or you know, when they ended up just like making the game sometimes incredibly annoying to play with some of the broken specialists. But overall I enjoyed the game. The cosmetics were insane, the reactive camos were fun, and it was just a game you could go back to pretty much every week when they did have new items in the item shop that you could go into, check out, and have some fun with. And that's not the case with Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which is why you're seeing some gameplay, which is why I wanted to talk about recently the reveal of what the Damascus Camo looks like in game. Now I'm going to be using an image from Lego Unlocked. I think he was maybe the first person in the world to unlock the Damascus Camo. It's very ambiguous because the camo was glitched, so no one really knows who actually unlocked it first. So we'll say he's the first one. I think he might be the first one. But regardless of that, he was able to show some pretty nice gameplay of what the Damascus Camo looks like in game on every weapon, and it is a horrible letdown. The camo looks nice, it's a nice camo, but it's not a camo that looks nice enough to put in the grind, to put in the amount of time that will be needed for you to unlock this camo. It takes forever to unlock gold camo on a single weapon because you have to level that guy all the way up to its max level, some of them being like level 70 or 71, and it takes forever literally to get to that max level just to unlock the final sets of challenges to get gold. And this was really never the case that we had before. In some of the other Call of Duties, I think even in Black Ops 4, you could get gold before you even maxed out the level of your weapon. And so that really does kind of suck that they kind of added this system where it's like, well, you got to get all the way to the max level and then you'll unlock the final challenges. And even then, some of the challenges were ridiculous, like the reload ones were taking forever. They fixed that one a little bit and made it so it was a little bit more forgiving. So it's a little bit easier to get gold now. But when you think about how long it takes to get one gold weapon, and then you think, you know, I got to do this for every single weapon in the game for a camo that does not look that spectacular, then you could probably get a better looking camo in the store maybe like a month from now. That's the other thing too. Like, I noticed that they didn't have any regular camos in the battle pass. Wasn't that kind of weird that they didn't give us a camo that you could use across all of your weapons in the battle pass? Like, that's a little bit weird. They gave us a ton of blueprints, which is awesome, and I'm happy with those. Again, not as crazy as I thought they were gonna be. Like, some of the blueprints are literally just like blacked out weapons, but you know, still regardless of that, you know, I was expecting at least a camo you could use across the board. So I don't know, maybe Infinity Ward is like, yo, the Damascus Camo is not that great, so maybe we shouldn't be handing out decent looking camos to every weapon in the game. So maybe that's a thing. I don't know. Conspiracy theory, I don't know. But, you know, going back to mentioning why I was complaining and all that, I think that Modern Warfare has a lot of potential. And I think that if we address it now, we're able to make sure that the same thing doesn't happen to this game that happened with Call of Duty World War II, where, yes, that game got a ton of fun and was crazier and a lot more hectic and just a lot more fun to play when Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield left. But by that point, a lot of people had stopped playing the game and the game just kind of died. No one really cared towards the end about the game. And I really don't want that to happen to Modern Warfare, because it's a well-designed game. The gunplay is great, and it's just a few tweaks here and there, changing the minimap back to the way it was before, lowering the footstep sounds, getting rid of skill-based matchmaking, or at least making it so it's not as severe or as imposing as it is right now. Some of the changes need to be readjusted to the perk way that they have. There's too many perks that should be in other slots that make it easy for everyone to just run Overkill, or for everyone to just run Ghost, or, you know, why isn't Dead Silence a perk as opposed to a ability? I really think that there's a lot of stuff that they could address. And again, Call of Duty World War II, once those guys left, it became a lot of fun. They did a huge overhaul to Divisions, essentially changing the way that the game was played mid-life. We don't want that to happen mid-life with Modern Warfare, and for people to not care anymore. I really want them to change this game and make it a game that everyone can enjoy. The map design have not been that great. We have to point out and be like, yo guys, map design has been kind of all over the place. The spawns have been kind of all over the place. The audio design, while amazing, footsteps too loud. The fact that they don't want to budge on the minimap having the little red dots on them when people are shooting, that's a big one for me. Like, I feel like, why haven't they decided to change that? There's just a lot of stuff that if this was tweaked, everyone would love this game. Everyone would want to play this game. But in the current state that it is in, and highlighted by the fact that this camo that we get for getting the max camo in this game, for getting every weapon in the game to max level, from getting the camo on every weapon, gold camo on every weapon, is a letdown. And just like that, after all that grinding, Modern Warfare also is kind of a letdown at the moment because of all the frustration. There's camping and tryharding simultaneously because everyone is in skill-based matchmaking lobbies. So you're sweating every game. You're not finding any time to just relax and play casually anymore. And it's kind of insane that this game has these many small things that could be fixed, that if Infinity Ward listens to and changes, would make this game absolutely amazing. Don't wait midway through Modern Warfare to do something. You've got to try to fix it early on and address the issues early on. And I know it sounds like I'm complaining and a lot of people are complaining and we just hate this game, but we don't. We love Call of Duty. We enjoy the very essence of the bones of Modern Warfare, but they don't want to change, or maybe they can, or I don't know what's going on. But if they just address the big issues that everyone is talking about, I feel like this game would do a complete 180 and become a game that everyone really enjoys for the rest of the year. So anyways, yeah, I wanted to give you guys some Damascus Camo gameplay, or show you guys what it looks like. I don't know if I'm getting permission just yet, but if I don't, I wanted to highlight the fact that just like the ultimate reward you can get in this game for grinding who knows how many hundreds of hours or how many hours or days, was a huge letdown. Playing this game and realizing that there might not be any drastic changes or any budging is also kind of a huge letdown. I really hope they add animated camos to this game, by the way. Like, reactive camos in Black Ops 4, say what you will about that game, but those reactive camos were baller, dude. They were amazing. I kind of wish that we could get them back. So I want animated camos. I want them to make the Damascus Camo animated too. You know, make it cooler, make it so people want to grind for it, and then give us some fun cosmetic stuff. If you want to make money, if you're, you know, complaining, or maybe you're seeing that maybe not a lot of people are buying the battle pass, which was a good battle pass, but not the best, because I still wish we had gotten some camos you could use across different weapons. But if you feel like that's not making enough money, yo, if you did just some animated camos that you could sell, people would buy them and you'd probably make a lot more money off that. So I really, really hope there's some changes to that. It doesn't have to be 100% realistic. The campaign can be that, the spec ops can be that. Multiplayer, we're just trying to have some fun, and we can't do it with all of these things weighing down on us. So I really hope that us giving feedback really helps out. And I wanted to talk about that because I feel like maybe a lot of you guys feel like I'm just complaining to complain, or that I just hate the game, or that I just love hating on the game, but I don't. I love Black Ops 4. I complained a few times about that one for things that I felt needed to be complained about. And with this game, it's stuff that I think needs to be complained about so that the game can get in the position where not just a few people are enjoying it, but another huge portion of people are enjoying this game. I don't want this game to die. I don't want this to become an irrelevant game and for everyone to start talking about how they want Black Ops 5 already, even though Black Ops 5 will probably be a complete crapshoot because they have literally no time to make a game. If they come out with a game next year, I am going to be absolutely shocked that they were able to pull that off. And if they do pull it off, I am not looking forward to what kind of quality or what kind of position they're going to be in when that game does come out. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on the video, guys. It's super appreciated, incredibly helpful. Let me know what you guys think of this down in the comment section below. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have an amazing day. Follow me on Twitter at OGXRAYZ, link down below. If you guys are new, make sure you guys are subscribed, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Peace.